This is Newsbreak 26 in southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. PostTropical Storm Lee has come and gone in New Brunswick, but not without leaving its mark on the Maritimes. The effects of Lee started being felt early Saturday morning in New Brunswick. The storm brought sustained winds with gusts reaching as high as 75 kilometers an hour in St. Andrews and up to 100 kilometers an hour in other corners of the province. Fortunately, the eye of the storm was still hours away at high tide, which took place just before 2 p.m. on Saturday in coastal Charlotte County, meaning seaside communities were not as impacted by coastal erosion and surge as they could have been had Lee hit at a different time. CHCO installed a live camera at the Market Wharf in St. Andrews to provide 24-hour storm coverage of Lee that was available on our TV channel as well as via live stream on our YouTube channel. Although Lee mainly brought heavy downpours of rain in New Brunswick, the high winds still resulted in branches, limbs, and whole trees falling on properties and power lines. 88,000 NB Power customers lost power at some point during the storm, with a small number of customers in the Charlotte County area without power for nearly 2 days. Cleanup across the province is still in full swing. In St. Andrews, the town crew has been working around the clock, even during the storm, to remove fallen trees and branches, with the St. Andrews Fire Department also responding to multiple calls and NB Power arborists and line workers removing debris from power lines. Finally, a group of St. Stephen residents who have banded together online in a Facebook group called Take Back Our Town held their first public meeting on Monday night in Chocolate Park to air their frustrations over the rise in crime, homelessness, and drug use in the community. Co-organizer Cheyenne Matthews told CHCO she's felt a noticeable difference in St. Stephen the last few years, and she believes greater police presence in the area and more severe penalties for criminals would make the community safer.
If I have to wait 20, 30, 40 minutes before an officer shows up, that's not acceptable. That makes it unsafe. People are scared to walk through our community, which it was never this way. This was a close-knit community with the U.S. where we worked hand in hand together. Now it feels like everybody's in a free-for-all and there's desperation in the community.
St. Stephen resident Sari Green can tally the number of times she's been a victim of crime recently.
In the last 2 years, I've had to call 911 at least 6 times. I've had people in my house. I've had things stolen from my property. Somebody tried to steal my car or break into it one day. I'm not sure which because they took off when the car alarm went off. I'm not going to mention any names. One was standing in front of my car one night threatening me, and I didn't dare get out of my car, nor could I pull out of my driveway because I would have run him over. And I called 911 and they said, "You're in no danger," and hung up on me. 911 hung up on me. And then 2 weeks later, the same person shot the window in my house.
When we reached out to St. Stephen Mayor Alan McEachran for comment on the Take Back Our Town rally, he told CHCO he believes the municipality's recently formed Community Safety Committee will make meaningful progress in addressing the town's issues. The committee is comprised of local citizens who put their names forward, as well as members of town staff and council, and aims to collaborate with various stakeholders, including law enforcement, mental health support, those with lived experience, and provincial authorities to come up with meaningful solutions to address the root causes of homelessness, drug addiction, and the growing crime rate in the community. Rally co-organizer Brent McPherson says he is hopeful the committee can help, provided they get serious about taking action.
I'm not here to say that as far as the town of St. Stephen goes and the decision they made about the new safety committee, I'm still holding out hope, but I am saying they don't have forever to think about what needs to be done. There's some things need to be put in place as soon as possible.
Mayor McEachran also told CHCO he recognizes that St. Stephen's struggles are not isolated, but part of a larger national issue. He also acknowledges that the lack of services and resources like a year-round shelter and rehabilitation center in rural areas can amplify the crisis on a local level. He recently had a meeting with New Brunswick Public Safety Minister Chris Austin to explain the specific issues affecting St. Stephen and to ask for provincial support. The Community Safety Committee has yet to have their first meeting. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, subscribe to CHCO-TV on YouTube and follow me, Vicki Hogarth, on Facebook.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.